that first and foremost, you are not alone. And I think one of the most depressing things in life, much less in depression, is feeling like you're the only person going through what you're going through, feeling like that you've done something wrong, or what did you do to get here, what can you do to get out of here, and those are the wrong questions to ask. The question is, God, can you help me? And the answer is yes. And He provides community, He provides sometimes medicine, but just relationship. And I think ultimately it doesn't matter what song I've written or what thought I'm even thinking, but hope is the resounding theme that I have. It doesn't, you can play any video that I've recorded, you can listen to any song I've written. I would hope that in almost any conversation you have with me, even if I'm just checking out at the grocery store, that there's hope. And I knew that when I would have bouts of hopelessness where I would just feel like I'm so uninspired and I don't see a way out of this emotion. And it wasn't necessarily for me something that had to be done to me or that I had done to someone or anything real specific. It would just be 3 or 4 days where the sun wasn't shining bright enough and certain things weren't lining up a certain way. I just wanted to sleep all day, and I had a really, really hard time staying focused and staying motivated to accomplish anything. And I'm a wife, I'm a mother of 3, and I would just be devastated at the thought of having to actually get out of the bed and go make lunches and, you know, get their uniforms ready for school and all of the, and those are just day-to-day things. And so it doesn't matter your age. I'm sure there's youth out there that they don't have spouses and kids yet, but that you just don't want to go to school, you don't want to hang out with your friends, you don't want to go on that things that you would normally in your mind not have to think too much about doing, like getting up, getting your backpack, going to class, hanging out with a friend, seeing a movie. Certain things just would not be, it wouldn't be interesting to me, and they should be. In my mind, I'm like, I should want to do this, or I should be able to do this, and just being really down on myself about it. And then 4 or 5 days would go by and then I was fine. And so I thought, maybe it was just, maybe I ate something. Maybe it's the season. And I kind of doubt, I really honestly was in denial about it for a while. And I went to a doctor and I just said, here's some things that I think. Sometimes I've wondered, would anybody really notice if I was gone? Am I making a difference? Am I using my talents really the way God wants me to? Am I letting Him down? Am I really worth my value? That people, especially in my line of work, you have people telling you you're really talented, you're a good singer, you're a good writer, this or that, and sometimes you think, is that enough? Is that true? Am I a good mom? And then you meet a mom that you think is a better mom than you, or you meet a wife that you think is just nailing it, and she's just, you know, man, what a great wife. I don't ever think to do that for my, you know, and just kind of doubting yourself. And Satan wants to do that. He wants you to think that you're not really all that God has promised you that you are. And it's, at least for me, between God and the medication, those two things, I've just had a lot of hope, and days where I realize I've gone days and days and days and days and I haven't even thought that way. And so for me, medicine was, it was a pride issue for me to get over, and when I started taking it, I feel like God helped me to kind of relinquish that. And again, it's not for everyone. I'm a very pro-natural, as natural as you can be person, but that too, I think we put ideals in our life, and we line things up that we think, I'm going to get married by this age, and I'm going to have this many kids, and or if it's in college, I'm going to major in this, I'm going to become this, or I'm going to, you know, be this in high school, I'm going to, you know, take these classes and have this GPA and da-da-da-da-da, and you kind of set an expectation for yourself sometimes, and sometimes it's just too much, or it's just not real. And when you don't live up to that, you feel even worse about where you're at. And so for me, I was going to dominate the modern rock world, and then, whoop, there's a baby, and another baby, and another baby, and you know, don't lose all your baby weight, and then you know, all these different things come through your mind, and you just think, am I enough? And so for me, I know that I am. I know that I am, and God, I would be lying to you if I would to sit here and tell you that, you know, I take my Lexapro every day and I never have those thoughts. I still do. I still have those moments, and I'm sure God is using that in me creatively, because music is an outlet. It's very therapeutic for me to get that out. And so I would really encourage anyone who struggles with what I do to find something that makes you feel good, and that's something that you're good at, that you're reminded, you know what, this is my thing. And it doesn't even have to be something you get paid to do. Fortunately for me, I do, but there was a season in my life that I didn't get paid to write music or sing, and it's just been kind of my thing. So I would say for the issue of depression in particular, I think sometimes it takes a community of people to help you find this, but finding something that's your thing, that you love, that you do, and you do well, that God's given you a gift. Worrying is wondering if God will get it right, and bitterness is thinking that He got it wrong. And He doesn't get anything wrong, you know, and He's going to get it right. And so these battles that we go through are a part of a war that He's already won. And so I think it's just breathing in and out and getting through that battle and knowing He's with you, and you are going to come out on the other side different and hopefully better, stronger, more challenged. So I'm definitely that way now.